Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I have a problem with the internet. These meme debates are driving me insane. Not the bombadero crocodilo or tralaleo tralala, right? No. I'm talking about the silverback gorilla debates. The one with the grizzly bear versus the silverback gorilla was stupid. This isn't gorilla, but the 1 billion lions versus every Pokemon. That one was really dumb. And I'm sure there's another gorilla one that I missed. I guess Godzilla versus King Kong counts too. Any serious kaiju fan knows King Kong does not win that fight, all right? But today we're gonna be talking about the newest one, the 100 humans versus a silverback gorilla, and why people like to glaze silverback gorillas. Actually, we're gonna be asking that question because I don't know. Because this debate shouldn't even be a debate, and I'm pissed about it. So I'm just gonna hop right into it, like and subscribe and all that nonsense, but here we are. The bite force, 1300 PSI. Very strong, can break human bones, right, of the silverback gorilla. Insane lifting strength. It gets up to what, 4,000 pounds bench press apparently? I don't know how accurate that is. They're around 450 pounds and they stand, when standing up, they're around 6 feet, 5 to 6 feet. Freaks of nature, right? They're incredibly giant and strong, powerful animals. But 100 human beings? Listen, by comparison, a single human being is pretty weak. But we used to hunt these things with muskets and knives. We killed mammoths with spears. Now, part of the debate is that there's no weapons. So let's assume there's just a big open field, gorilla versus 100 men. If it's an arena with a closed space, that slightly makes this different, but hear me out. Gorillas are gigantic bitches when it comes to stamina, at least in comparison to humans. For those who don't know, humans, I can't think of a single animal that has a better endurance than us. The way we thrived as a species of hunters and gatherers was by literally just walking at prey, scaring it until it runs out of stamina. Completely exhausted. Doesn't matter if it's an elephant, a lion, a whale, it dies, it can't fight back. We just stab it in vitals and they're dead. It's food for the village for a week. We are the kings of endurance. We have sports where people will beat the ever-living shit out of each other for an hour straight. That is unheard of in the animal kingdom. And gorillas are not efficient killers at all. They are not a lion, they are not a leopard, they are not a grizzly bear. There is no recorded instances, as far as I'm aware, of a silverback gorilla even killing a person, a human. This creature that the gorilla should have no issue with literally tearing apart limb from limb with its strength, because they don't know where to go. It has all the bite force in the world, but it's probably just gonna gnaw on your arm. It's not gonna go for your neck or your everywhere else that's important. They're stupid. They're just gonna flail around until they're out of energy, because that's how they fight each other in the wild. They're built to be aura farmers. They're not actually built for combat. Yes, they have the tools for it. Yes, they fight each other on a regular basis for dominance, but every recorded instance of a gorilla attacking a person, the gorilla fights that person for like 30 minutes straight at the most, and that's stretching it. And then they just run out of energy and the person's still alive, probably brutally injured, but in most cases, yeah, just fine. Not fine, but alive. A lot of the time, not even in serious conditions. Well, they're in a serious condition, but like they're not life-altering injuries, right? Although they're probably never gonna look at a gorilla in the eye again at the zoo. And people like to bring up the spin technique, right? The gorilla would spin into the humans, knocking all of them out, as if the humans are idiots and don't know how to dodge. Gorillas are fast, don't get me wrong. They have actually pretty good sprint speeds. I think they get up to, 25 miles per hour in a short sprint. But the actual throwing of the fist and the spinning, that's not gonna be nearly as fast. And humans are gonna strategize. We are the kings of strategy in the animal kingdom. It doesn't need to be some big brain military strategy. They're dealing with a wild animal. Just 10 people over here, 10 people here, 10 people behind it, 10 people here, surrounded. Gorilla goes one way, everyone else jump on its back, jump on its chest, make it so it can't breathe, curb stomp it in the head. It is not dealing with 100 human beings. It's probably not even dealing with 10. In reality, if the gorilla sees 100, hell, if the gorilla sees 5 grown men coming at it, it will literally just run away until it can't anymore, get exhausted, and then we can just curb stomp its head. It would still run out of stamina, mauling one person, probably not even killing them, and then the rest of the people just kill it anyway. Mind you, leopards will actually attack the balls of a silverback gorilla to completely demoralize it. And if humans know anything, we know that kicking something in the balls makes it not want to fight anymore, makes it disarms. Very good strategy to do a lot of damage in very little time. So someone's going to be kicking this thing in the balls and it's really not going to want to fight. Even if you were to give someone the controller to the gorilla, right? So it has human strategy, it has to conserve energy. 100 men is just way too much for this thing to deal with. Now, if it's in an arena and there's nowhere to run, yeah, it might be backed into a corner. But like I just said, it's not going to matter. There's just too many people. And the gorilla is just not equipped to deal with this kind of scenario. Why would it be? They get killed by leopards. Granted, so would I, right? But like 3 people could probably kill a leopard. And these things die 1v1 to them all the time. I'm having a hard time thinking about whether or not this is dumber or less dumb than the grizzly bear debate. Because a grizzly bear, yeah, it's not 100 men, but it's got literally 3 times the weight of a silverback gorilla, basically the same bite force, a little less lifting strength, not that that really matters in an actual brawl, and it has razor sharp claws, it has actual killer instinct, it knows where to attack to actually kill the animal, and it doesn't have the skin of a gorilla, which is incredibly thin like ours, right? A gorilla biting into a bear is probably not gonna do much of anything, whereas the grizzly just slashing is just gonna make it bleed out if it hits the wrong spot. But we're not talking about the grizzly, we're talking about 100 humans. Actually now, to be honest, I don't know what to talk about anymore, because I think I've made my case very, very clear. The internet has some kind of weird obsession with silverback gorillas, and monkeys in general. Like I said with the Godzilla versus King Kong debate, that was stupid too. Granted, yes, the movie's gonna make it cinematic and everything, but if we look at feats and stats, Godzilla has King Kong beaten in pretty much every category except maybe intelligence and mobility. And as we saw in the movie, when he started getting serious, he's like, dude, this guy is starting to piss me off, starts running at him crocodile style and just literally kills him. He kills him in the movie. But I don't understand why they have such an obsession of gorillas. I get it, some people are just doing it to be funny, like the lions versus Pokemon debate. People bringing up fucking lion ladders or lion boats to solve these incredibly weird issues where, oh yeah, what are they gonna do when any of the Pokemon use the move Surf? Yeah, it's a billion lions, but a giant tidal wave's still gonna kill them. In fact, the amount of lions there is actually gonna make that problem worse. There's Pokemon that the lions wouldn't even be able to touch because they're ghosts. What are they gonna do versus the Pokemon that can just dig underground and literally outlive them? Or the ones that can bend space and time and probably nuke the entire planet. Oh, well, you see, they can make a lion shield out of lion bodies. Incredibly unserious people. I am so sick of them. But I think it's because we humanize the gorillas, right? They are peak humans to us in our small internet TikTok brain rotted brains. We see just enough of ourselves in them and then picture ourselves with these gigantic muscles that you could get if you buy my fitness course in the comments section below. I don't have one yet, but I am a personal trainer. If you want me to make something, I could make workouts for you every single week. I could do that. I'm yapping at this point. I love you guys. I'm back. I'm dying. I'm sick, but I'm back to making videos, baby. And you know what? I'm sweating. This room's really hot, but what better way to do it than to make some literal garbage slot video with yours truly. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. I love you. Goodbye.